world awoke to a silent, insidious invader, the virus. It didn't announce its presence with a fever, cough, or any physical discomfort. Its nature was far more clandestine, insinuating itself into the very fabric of human existence, evading detection for far too long. At first, there were no visible signs. People went about their lives, unaware of the subtle shift occurring within them. It was a virus that bypassed medical diagnostics, slipping past the scrutiny of the most vigilant healthcare systems. Unbeknownst to anyone, this virus held a peculiar design. Its effects lay dormant, operating quietly beneath the surface, infiltrating the core of humanity itself. Affecting 1 in every 1,000, it targeted an intrinsic aspect of human identity, their gender and sexual orientation. It wasn't long before anomalies surfaced. Individuals who once exuded vibrant sexuality now exhibited a stark disinterest. Couples found themselves adrift in a sea of disconnection, the warmth of intimacy replaced by an inexplicable apathy. The world, once fervent with passion, seemed to cool. Medical experts were confounded. There were no symptoms, no diseases to combat, no apparent threat. Yet the impact was profound. It wasn't merely a decline in libido, it was a complete disintegration of sexual identity. As months turned into years, the ripple effects grew palpable. Societal structures, so deeply rooted in human relationships, began to falter. Relationships crumbled under the weight of this inexplicable disinterest. Birth rates plummeted, and governments grappled with the unprecedented decline in reproduction. The scientific community raced against time to unearth the cause, but the virus remained elusive. Families watched helplessly as loved ones transformed, their identities dissolving like sand in an hourglass. Those affected seemed to regress, not in age, but in emotional and sexual maturity. Once vibrant individuals became shadows of their former selves, devoid of the desires that once defined them. But the cruelest twist of fate emerged after 15 years, the regression. Those touched by the virus regressed to a state akin to a 5-year-old child. Memories, experiences, relationships, all erased, leaving behind a blank slate. A fate far worse than any disease, for it robbed them not just of life, but of the essence of their being. Society, ill-equipped to comprehend, let alone care for these individuals, faced an unprecedented challenge. The afflicted were left in a state of perpetual vulnerability, their needs ignored, their existence a burden too heavy for a world unequipped to bear it. As the years passed, the grim reality of their fate emerged. The virus didn't bestow immortality. It merely delayed the inevitable. At the age of 60, those affected would face a painful demise. Abandoned, forgotten, and starved, they would succumb to a fate no human should endure. And so, the world found itself at the mercy of an invisible adversary, one that didn't bring death through disease, but inflicted a fate worse than any mortal ailment.